make sure we populate to Twitter. All right, well, we're live. Welcome into the spare bedroom here in the house. Tommy Viola joining me from the cradle of civilization, Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm Dan. I'm in New Jersey, working here at Sport Trade. It's YRFI NRFI Fest. We've got 2 games in the afternoon slate. We've got Rays and A's, and we've got Phillies and Diamondbacks. Excited for both of them because my Phillies are finally back to 500. Rays and A's are going to start first, a 3:37 start, and then we've got 3:40 Diamondbacks and Phillies. Tommy, we were talking before we went live, and we're the same side of the coin here.
Yeah, that's right. We both have the yes in both of these games. I was looking at the numbers. Even, you texted me, said, "Hey, you want to come on and sweat these first innings?" And I go, "That sounds great to me," but I know exactly who I'm about to talk to and get their thoughts on what I should be taking here. Went straight to Spreadopedia and was like, "Hey, what do you think about the yeses in these games?" He looked at the numbers and he was like, "I like them too."
Oh,
and so there we go. We've got the spread seal of approval as well.
Okay, we've got to get a little three-way, a little menage a trois here going on with Spreadopedia. I'll run down the numbers a little bit, and we'll see if our numbers jive between him and myself. I'll start with the A's and Rays. So we talked about this yesterday with Matt Modi, formerly of Odds Jam, great guy. And to me, there's like a misconception about YRFI NRFI, and that is everyone looks to Tommy. First innings are the inning in which most runs are scored, right? So I'm just going to lean to the yes. But to me, the more demonstrative stat is how many first innings are teams actually scoring in. So I went and looked at this as I did yesterday too. So the A's actually sneaky decent in this stat. They're 21 of 70 games they scored in the first inning. The Rays are 26 of 71. So 47 of 121 games combined. That's 39% of first innings of which those are scoring. That's actually pretty good. We've got Paul Blackburn for the A's, Taj Bradley starting things off for the Rays. Bradley's actually been touched more in the first inning than any other inning he's pitched this year. He's walked 4 batters and allowed 11 hits in 8 first innings. So by far the most he's done. And even though the A's have been better of late, I think if you were to look at this statistically over the long haul, they suck. But you know what? They're hitting well. I like the number, and the Rays are absolute wagons. So that's why I'm on the YRFI here.
Yeah. For me, honestly, it's more of kind of a sliding scale thing that I learned from Spread here. He likes to look at the totals and then compare that to the price of the yes run first inning. And that's how he determines if it's got value, because, you're doing the math here. If the total's at 9, then you're saying that there's going to be 1 run per inning, basically. And
I like that.
Yeah. And so that's another way that you can look at it. But I mean, Lord knows we dealt with it, especially last year. And I feel like it's definitely calmed down this year, but last year was the NRFI Nation. Everyone on social media, every social media capper was talking about those no run first inning bets. And it was so interesting to me because of the fact that the public likes betting on things to happen. Recreational bettors like betting overs. They like betting on stuff that's going to happen, not things not to happen. And so it was really funny that the one time where the value is on something to happen, everybody likes to bet the no.
Right. No, I love it. And the price here is -104 for those who have converted to implied probability. That's 50.5. So I like the price. I think the price is pretty good. So we're rolling with that one. Other side of the coin, we've got the D-backs and the Phillies. First time I'll be able to watch the Phillies because there's no way I'm staying up for a 10 o'clock Eastern baseball game. Phillies, one of the worst first inning teams, actually, just 19 first run innings all season, but their bats have been really hot. Top of the lineup is completely stacked. Castellanos is hitting .315 this year. Schwarber has really turned around. His average is up about 40 points in the last week and a half. And Trey Turner seems to be coming around as well. So I just like that. There's speed at the top with Turner. Castellanos is not necessarily sluggish. And of course, you got Harper backing on them up. So I think the Phillies now are a decent YRFI play. And Aaron Nola is on the hill. The sneaky thing about Aaron Nola, Tommy, is that he hasn't been that great this year. As a horse, he eats up a lot of innings. I think since 2019, I think he is the second most innings in the major leagues. But the guy's been giving up a lot of hard hit baseball so far this season. So I'm on the YRFI here as well. And the price for that one is -120. So 54% -120. Maybe not the best value here, but I do think this is what's going to happen.
Yeah, my prices obviously are a little bit different than yours. I can't
Yeah.
bet on Sport Trade as much as I would certainly love to, but I've got even money and -110, so I'm feeling pretty good.
Oh, that's great. Fantastic. True. Where'd you get it?
Let's see. I believe I got one of them at Circa.
Okay. Oh,
Nope.
well, we don't have access to that one. So
Yeah. No, I got one of them at I got even money on Rays A's at Westgate, and the other one I got at another spot.
Sure. Another spot. Sure.
Another spot.
Hey, we'd love to use Circa. Hopefully, once we, we are eyeing a launch in Colorado, a place where Circa is active, and we have a lot of similar ethos. So maybe stay tuned for something from the two of us. So we've got two YRFI Nerfies. I myself, not a huge YRFI Nerfy better, but when I look at the YRFI Nerfy through the context of Sport Trade, the instant gratification is why YRFI Nerfy kind of took off, in my opinion. So this is even more satisfaction, right? Because you can either stop your loss immediately if there's 4 outs already in the first inning and you're looking at this saying there's nobody on base, there's only 2 outs left in the bottom of the first, I can claw back a little bit of cash. Or conversely, you say there's a leadoff double, that double where in a regular game could be worth something like $2. Now on a YRFI Nerfy, that's worth like $35, right? And you could just cash that out immediately and then take that money and not even worry about whether or not that runner gets stranded or not. So we're about a minute away from the starting opening pitch here of Rays and Oakland. Josh Lowe, Wander Franco, going to get things going here for the Rays. Go
ahead. By the way, on this Rays A's game here, getting into the prop market a little bit, I was using the unabated prop simulator earlier today, looking to make some picks there. And I like the under in both Taj Bradley and Paul Blackburn's strikeouts today. So another thing, not necessarily indicative, but every little bit helps, right?
Every little bit helps. Yesterday, I thought I had a clear winner between the Tigers and the Braves. We got 5 outs and 2 strikes in before Spencer Strider gave up an absolute shot. And it just absolutely crushed the rest of my day. Wasn't very happy. But what can you do? So that game just about to get underway. Tom McCarthy has his microphone in hand between the Phillies and Arizona Diamondbacks. So that will be underway soon as well. We've got him up on I've got him up on my screens here. But, as we've come to learn here with Sport Trade's game state data, we're going to find out a lot faster just by looking at the screens as opposed to anything else. So 0-1 count already between A's and Tampa Bay. Are you yourself? I didn't ask you, Tommy. Are you yourself a Nerfy YRFI better?
On occasion, like I'll look at them, and when I find a price I like, I'll pick it up. It's not what I go to first.
Yeah, since you started unabated, how much more price sensitive would you say you are?
1,000%. Going to unabated is it was a great thing for me, getting sharper in general, and also just learning even more about, because I was already price shopping. I already knew the basics of, obviously you want to get the best number, but what does that best number even still mean? Like, if -120 is the best you can find on a YRFI, do you want to take that? Or should you be saying, oh, I don't know, maybe I'm going to pass on this one? Like, that's been such a difference for me, learning when the significance of these numbers and how it actually all comes together. And how, like, quite frankly, I was never betting on baseball because I don't watch a ton of baseball. But once you become more price sensitive, and once you start realizing that that's the most important thing, and that it's really about the math, you don't have to watch baseball to be a successful bettor betting baseball even.
I mean, do you really have to watch anything?
No, you don't. It's all about price and numbers. I mean, you see it from some of the best guys out there. I remember there was a Twitter thread where Spanky and Roxy were talking about it a while back, and they both said, yeah, watching games might be minus EV. Like, watch it for entertainment, but as far as for handicapping purposes, you don't need to do it that much.
That's a great point. So there's 1 out here. The first out of the game recorded, and we're down $18.50. So that 1 out cost us $18.50. It looks like Franco is going to pop up to left field here. So there's 2 outs already. So perhaps that's exactly what was going on. So we're on both YRFIs. Maybe not the best decision. My YRFI record right now, 1-2. I should say my YRFI Nerfy record, 1-2. So maybe I should just stop watching as well.
That's the other thing about watching the first inning for these is it's tantalizing because you see how close you got it. You see how far away you were. Whereas if you just see the box score after, you're like, oh, well, is what it is. I was in the airport in Chicago a couple weeks ago, and the Mets game was on. I forget who they were playing, but it was Mets Blue Jays, and I took the yes in it because I had an hour to kill and wanted something to bet on to, occupy some time.
Yeah.
And the Blue Jays load the bases with 1 out.
Oh, it's foul. Sorry. Oh, we almost had a home run there.
Almost.
Almost had a home run there.
See, it's tantalizing.
Just wrapped it around the pole. Oh, that was close. Sorry.
We got something.
We got something?
The position just changed.
It did. We're volatile right now. We're at 50-50, which tells me that the market maker is adjusting the market. Let's see. Well, we had a ball 3 the other day that was worth like $9.
Wow.
So this is exciting stuff. Meanwhile, in the desert, Kyle Schwarber towing the dish. Oh my God. Kyle Schwarber almost just tore every muscle in his back trying to hit the first pitch out. It was unbelievable. I love Kyle Schwarber, but sometimes I can't stand him. Pop fly. Oh, second life here. Second life. Pop a foul ball that was dropped in Oakland. So second life here in Tampa. This is stressful. I love it. This is super stressful. Now let's see. We're back down to 1950 here on Sport Trade, so maybe nothing happened. Schwarber finally takes a pitch.
But so continuing there, Blue Jays load the bases with 1 out, don't score. Mets get runners on first and second, also don't score in the inning, and I was just furious with myself.
Well, once you bet it on Sport Trade, you could trade out, hopefully. 2-2 count here. We're down 24-50, which is half of 50-50, which tells me that guess what? I don't think we're getting out of this inning with a run. Nope, that's a pop up to right field. So the Rays go 1-2-3. Kyle Schwarber pops up to shortstop. So struggling on all counts.
And now
we're already down 16-50.
Now our hope rests in the A's.
Scary proposition.
Not great.
Not great. I seem to start. I mean, it's easy to say now. Start taking some NRFIs, but Jesus.
But the thing is, you don't want to do that. Oh, was there just nope? That's highlights. You don't want to. It's all about the
Trey Turner on one pitch flies out to left. What are we doing? Come on,
guys.
Take a pitch. Sorry, go on.
But it's all about, even if you don't hit on this bet, it's that process, and if you keep doing the smart things, if you keep doing the right things, it's gonna work out.
I know. I'll be honest. I tried just slamming plus EV bets for like 2 weeks. It's like another job.
Yeah.
And I have one. So it's been tough to keep up. Finally, Castellanos takes one right down the middle. Thank God somebody took a pitch. So that's down $19. We're down $24.50. So we're already down almost $40 here on our 2 bets. That's okay. Quick turnaround here. Castellanos is going to get on. Nope, not going to get on. Just check swing strike. So, okay. Really, really hoping the Diamondbacks take this one. So when you're looking at live betting, right? Unabated is the best site, in my opinion. For finding value in live bets. What are you searching for specifically? How do you like filter your individual ones? Everyone's got preferences, right?
Yeah. Honestly, what I really like to do, especially for some sports, you want to identify a book that is particularly sharp on those live lines and that is particularly beating the rest of the market when it comes to putting up those numbers, and that you're seeing, they're a little bit off from everybody else, but they tend to be more right than everybody else. That's where you want to go, and, finding your source of truth. And then because you've only got a couple minutes there, compare the lines, see what the rest of the market is saying. And that's what Unabated is great for, because you can go onto our live odds and immediately price shop in a way that you can't for something when time is of the essence, like live betting. It's so much harder to do if you have to scroll through a bunch of different apps to find the price that you want to bet. Unabated puts it right there for you and updates everything in real time.
Looks like we're going to have a base hit here by Castellanos. See if he tries to stretch it into 2.
Not a drive to deep left?
Yeah, it was a drive. It was to left. It wasn't that deep, but thank you. Runner on first now for the Phillies. That got us back about $6. So now we've got Bryce Harper coming up against the righty.
All right, we don't hate that. We don't hate
No,
that at
we
all.
don't hate that at all. We definitely don't hate that. Castellanos, they just put up a graphic here. Third in the NL in batting average, which if you watched him last season, you never would have believed.
Yeah, that is
Um,
surprising.
yeah, I think he's hitting 317 now.
That's nuts.
Oh my God. Oh, whew. Second dropped pop up in Oakland.
Hey, we'll take it.
Yeah, we will. So we mentioned Bradley at the top. I'll read those numbers back. Taj Bradley getting the start here for the Rays. In first innings this year, he's walked 4 and allowed 11 hits in 8 first innings. So hoping for a little magic here for the A's. I can't believe the A's, who have won like 7 of 8, have 19 wins total on the year.
Yeah, I mean they're on a hot streak here because they're inspired by their crosstown team winning the Stanley Cup.
It's funny. It took me a second. Yeah, very true. See, we're getting crushed there. Let's pop back over. There's a strikeout in the Rays and A's. So we're down 36-50 there. This is going to be a really short live stream.
Yeah.
So
what are you looking at in the portfolio there with Sport Trade? Are you able to just slide between different positions like that?
Yeah. Oh, so this is our portfolio page where you can see all your bets at once. So right now, total, we're down $59, but you can also look at them individually and see exactly what you're down in the moment. So down $22.50 on the Phillies there, $36.50 on the Rays and A's. So it's pretty intuitive. There you go. End of the first inning. This bet is a loser. After the Castellanos single, Bryce Harper strikes out on 3 pitches. What else is new? I'm sorry. I love you, Bryce. But this one's a loser now. So we're going to the top of the second. Oh, no, I'm sorry. We still have the bottom of the first. What am I saying? I'm so used to the Phillies being at home, I guess. So let's go D-backs. I lied. We still have time there. But in Oakland, down 41-50.
Wow.
Yeah. So here's an interesting. So if we were to sell this back right now, we could claw back $6.50. Now you're hoping to just hang on and get a home run or something. But it is the A's. Oh God, strike 3. So now it's down to 5. So we just went down $1.50. So I think I'm gonna have to just scratch my $5 back.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, is it 2 outs or 1 out right now?
2 outs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's $5. So we just see if there's a home run.
Yeah,
what's the difference between $5 and $0, right?
I think that's the move at this point.
Okay. So we've got Brown tried to hit one out. 98-mile-an-hour 4-seamer from Taj Bradley there. It's amazing how the Rays are just able to keep finding dudes. It's just unbelievable.
Just next man up, just keep finding more pitching arms. Which has been a problem for everybody so far this year. And you kind of expected it with the pitch clock. We got pitchers' arms falling off now.
Right. It's amazing to me that no one has just, I'm sure people have tried, but just raid their scouting department.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Swinging for the fences here. Not doing us any favors. All right. We're down to $6.50 total. So $44 overall. 1-2 count, 2 outs here.
Oh,
I got a feel. Oh, yeah, I got a feeling it's not for a good reason.
Wow.
Foul ball. I mean, he's just throwing gas. Well, trading has now been halted, so either a home run or a strikeout here. There's a 1-2 count. So again, YouTube TV is like 45 seconds behind.
Yeah, this is the big problem with live betting and what is going to be an issue for a lot of people, especially come NFL season here. What's it going to be like on YouTube TV?
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be brutal. All right, so that one's a loser. The YRFI, not so much. So a NRFI has that one. That's a loser. We're footballing over to the Phillies and Diamondbacks. Aaron Nola just threw his second pitch, 1-1 count here to Smith. I can't say I'm super locked in on the Diamondbacks batting order. Sorry. So Smith. So we're both on the YRFI here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I hate to root against my own self-interest, but Aaron, you need to give one up here.
Yeah.
Come on. It's a long game. We could afford one.
I was mad at the Phillies the other day blowing the game to the Diamondbacks.
You and me both. I read all about it when I woke up.
I was more mad at myself though, because you know who else I bet that day?
Who's that?
The Rays.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Lost the first 2, right, of the series to the A's.
Yeah.
So you're in the Pacific time zone, right? I'm in the Eastern time zone. What would you say is the best time zone for watching sports?
Pacific time zone. The only downside to the Pacific time zone is that the Super Bowl is really weird because it's like 3 p.m.
3, yeah.
And so then you're done with it and it's 6:30 and you're just going, okay, what do we do now?
That sounds amazing.
It is pretty awesome. Yeah. Like, it's weird. It's not necessarily bad, except for like 3 p.m. is a strange time for it, but we're fine with it. Everything else is amazing. Football,
you get like 10 a.m. Sundays.
Yeah, football Sunday. I wake up, even if I chill in bed, relax for a little while, I still get right up. Football's coming on. You watch the morning games, then the afternoon games at 1, evening games at 5. You're done by 8:30.
That's amazing.
Like, after the age of 40, do you ever see the end of a primetime NFL game on the East Coast? I don't think anybody ever has.
Look, bud, I'm not 40.
Oh no, I wasn't insinuating you were 40. I was speculating the broader population here.
No, I am not close to 40, and I don't see the end of those games.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of that has changed since I had a kid. So, like, pre-kid, pre-wife, like, yeah, I was working until we were both broadcasters. Like, you're working until 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Right. But no, since I left that life, there's no way. Unless the Eagles are playing. If it's not an Eagles game, I don't care.
Yeah, I feel that. But it's great on the only drawback to the West Coast is if you're a Premier League fan. Because let me tell you,
sure,
I am not waking up at 4 a.m. to watch my Everton team get just shelled. It's not happening.
How does somebody pick an MLS, or not MLS, a Premier League team or any team in Europe?
I don't know. I think most people, you just become a Manchester City or a Manchester United or a Liverpool fan. For me, it was back in the 2016 World Cup when 2016, 2014. 2014 World Cup, when the U.S. played Belgium in that big game and Tim Howard stood on his head. And I played goalie in soccer. Tim Howard's from New Jersey. I'm from New Jersey. Tim Howard plays for Everton. My best friend is an Everton fan. So it all, like, that was the game where I caught the bug and I was like, I'm in. And yeah, so that was just a natural conclusion. Plus, every team I support, which is no longer true now because of the Golden Knights, but every other team I support is the New York Jets of their given sport and league. So this is this is a new feeling of winning a championship here.
How do you feel about your Jets this year?
I feel pretty good. Like,
why?
This is the first time since I was in high school that I can actually say, hey, we could win it all. Will we?
Wow.
Doubt it.
I'm assuming you're talking about Mark Sanchez.
Yeah, I am.
No. 2010.
That was the year. I still maintain if we just showed up for the first half of that Steelers game where we were down 24-0 at the half, we lost 24-19.
Yeah.
If we showed up for that first half, we're in the Super Bowl and we could have beaten Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. But
yeah, Tommy, we're losers.
We are losers.
Trading has been halted. 0-2 count here with 2 outs. I assume this is going to be a strikeout. Nope, ground out to first. So
not better.
There you have it. 0-2 on the YRFI NRFIs today, which brings my overall record to 1-4, which tells you that I am bad at this, but I'm going to keep trugging away because content is king and we need more of it all the time.
Amen
Tommy,
to that.
Any last words before we say goodbye?
It was tremendously fun sweating with you here. I would love to do it again soon. I was debating whether or not I should fire up the hot tub and do this stream from my phone. I think that's going to have to be the plan next time.
Couple questions, couple follow-ups. It's your hot tub?
Yep.
Not a community hot tub?
Nope.
You have your own hot tub?
Yep.
Outside?
Yep.
Is it like a
in ground?
Like in ground?
No, in ground. Real deal.
We're going to have to see it.
Yeah.
Maybe not this second, but I think you should do it.
I was also telling you got to come out to Vegas, so we got to make it happen.
Your lips to God's ears, my man. I'm trying. Tommy Viola, make sure you check out Unabated and all of his great work there. Amazing educational stuff going on, and also you're the host of several podcasts, seemingly on the Unabated Podcast Network as well. Make sure you check all of those out. Anything else you want to plug?
Yeah, just that. If you want to check us out, all of those podcasts you can find on the Unabated podcast feed, your preferred podcast platform. Type in the Unabated podcast, and it's right there. Check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/unabated, and you can find me on Twitter at TV at Work.
My man. All right, Tommy. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon.